Classic Rewind, and this week it is the old Aurora flying sub from Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. And as a kid, I must have built this kit, I know of at least 5 times. And even though I have the Mobius large flying sub, the 1/32nd, I still wanted to do this one instead because it's just a favorite. And of course, it's much easier to find a spot for it. It's 1/60th in scale. This one we didn't paint. The color you see is the color it came molded in. I didn't change the color because I figure what for? I mean, it's so close. I mean, Aurora did a good job of capturing the color of it, the studio model, that I figured, well, you know, why fix what ain't broke? So all I did was just polish it, and that was it. Of course, it made putting it together really hard because, you know, I couldn't get any glue marks on the outside, and it was really, it was kind of hard to do it. It wasn't easy, but I was able to get it looking, I mean, still got some areas here. I could have done you know, if I would have did some body work and painted it, I could have covered all that up and looked better, but I just didn't want to do it. I wanted to leave the original plastic and just do my best to put it together without doing any filler work or, you know, anything like that. So, and you know, we had to add electronics to it, so I added that, and then I also corrected the floor so it looks just like the studio flying subfloor, and also corrected the reactor wall, because that reactor wall was totally wrong, and it has an accurate reactor wall now. Those are the only things that I corrected on the inside. I was going to do more, but I felt, you know, the reactor wall and the floors was, for me anyway, the two things that I really remember a lot as a kid, so that's what I wanted to get a little bit more accurate. So I used the Mobius 1/32nd kit that I have as a template for the floor and for the reactor wall. What I did is I took the larger floor out of the Mobius kit, scanned it in Paint Shop Pro, printed it back out the same scale as this, and then I cut out my pattern and overlaid it on this floor, and then just cut into the floor so I would have the pattern. I'm going to show you here. I'm going to lift the camera up. I'm not going to take it off the tripod. I'm just going to lift it up, tripod and on. I'm going to turn on the lights on here. But you can kind of see it there with the lights on. We have the diving lights on, and then we have the engines flickering in the back here. And then I'm going to take that centerpiece off. This is the source spot with the kit. It's the centerpiece. And Aurora left it removable so you can see in the interior, but unfortunately the fit is not that good. And I know a lot of guys will glue that shut, but I didn't want to do it that way. I wanted to just leave it as Aurora intended it to be. So, plus, you know, I wanted to be able to lift this off and see the interior. So, even though it's a poor fit, I still think it's a great idea so you can see in there. So I'm going to raise the camera up here, tripod and all, so give me a second here. Hopefully I won't screw anything up. Now you can see the floor. And as I said, I used the Mobius 1/32nd as a template, its floor, to cut this one. And I think I did a pretty good job of getting it looking just like the studio set. So that's the floor. And over here, the reactor wall. Again, I used the Mobius 1/32nd reactor wall as a template and changed this wall and made it exactly like the wall in the Mobius kit. So there's the reactor wall. And I think that's the only two things that I really changed. I think I might have added a panel back here. Corrected this back wall with the panel on it. I don't think I changed, because the wallet has the bunk beds on it. I think that's wrong. It was designed a little different. I don't think I changed that. I might have, but I don't think so. I can't tell. No, I didn't. That's still the Aurora bunk wall. And that's actually wrong, but I left it. And then back here in the engine room, I didn't do anything to. That's how Aurora, that's what Aurora gave you, and that's how I left it. So that's my 1/60th Aurora flying sub. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I have another one. Or did I mention it already? I don't remember if I mentioned it or not, but I do have another one of these kits. It's missing a couple pieces. So I got it pretty cheap. It's missing some of these supports up here. So, I was thinking about just resin casting these supports. And I think it's missing the lenses for the diving lights, but that's really, the Tesla's window maker now, that's really not a big deal. Just a matter of getting those upper supports replaced. So, yeah, with the resin now, I could probably, I could probably just cast some new ones out of resin and get those replaced. There we go. So, too low, there we go. All right. So that's my Aurora flying sub. I hope you enjoy it. I know I had a lot of fun building this because it brought back just a ton of memories as a kid. So, yeah, in fact, you see this all the time in my intro. That's the model you see. It's this one right here. Alright guys, I believe that is it for this Classic Rewind, so take care. We will see you in our next video.